Hi guys, welcome back to Flora Fun and Food. My name is Lauren and today we are making another shredded chicken recipe. Today is a chicken salad sandwich. Let's go. First step is we're gonna make our dressing. So we need half a cup of mayonnaise. I'm gonna use Miracle Whip. You could also use Greek yogurt. Then I'm gonna add in 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, a tablespoon of lemon juice, about a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and half a teaspoon of salt. And then we're just gonna mix this together till it's nice and smooth. Then we're gonna chop 2 stalks of celery. So I like to cut them lengthwise down the middle first. And then these bigger ends, you can kind of cut in half again. You want small enough bites that it's not overpowering. Celery can kind of take over the flavor sometimes. Add in our celery. And then we need 1/4 of a red onion, but my red onion was bad, so I'm just gonna use a white onion. I'll save that for another day. You know what? I really like onions, so I'm gonna do half of an onion. Plus this is a pretty small onion. So add in our onion. And then we're gonna get some fresh parsley here, about 1/4 of a cup worth after we've chopped it. Add in our parsley. And then I'm gonna grab just a little handful of walnuts. So probably once it's chopped, about 2 tablespoons. Add in our walnuts. And the recipe calls for half a cup of chopped up grapes, but I'm gonna use dried cranberries because I just like that better. And then finally we need 2 cups of shredded chicken, and I will show you here how I shred chicken super easily. So let me show you how I did this the other day. So our first step is to get our chicken breast into a crock pot. This is the easiest way I have found to get shredded chicken with the least amount of effort. So I'm just gonna put all of these chicken breasts into a crock pot here. Now I am making a ton because I'm making a bunch of different recipes, and I'm gonna freeze my shredded chicken to make those recipes and keep the chicken nice and fresh. But you can definitely, do less than I'm doing here. This is gonna take quite a while. So I've got 2 packs. I did about 10 pounds of chicken, but you can do whatever you want. I just do about a cup of water per 4 chicken breasts. I probably have like 10 to 12 in here. So that means I'm gonna do about 3 cups of water, or honestly just whatever fits in my crock pot. That was probably about 2 cups. It's just enough to kind of get a broth going. And you can definitely use chicken broth instead of water, but I have chicken bouillon powder that I just used, so a couple tablespoons of that in there. I am gonna kind of mix that in just so that the flavor can kind of get into the chicken. All right, we'll get this covered, and we're gonna cook this on low for 6 to 8 hours. You could also do high for 3 to 4 hours, and that is it, and I'll show you how to shred it when it's done. All right, I've had this on high for 5 hours now, so I'm going to check the temperature of the chicken. Chicken needs to be at 165 in the thickest part. Yep, we're at 170 there. Yep, we are good. So this chicken is ready. And then to make shredding this way easier and faster, I'm gonna take all of this chicken out of the broth and just put it in this big large bowl here. You could definitely save this broth here. I mean, we put chicken broth in it, but now it has, chicken fat and some flavor to it. You could definitely use it as chicken broth still. And now this trick I learned forever ago that I use constantly is to just use a hand mixer to shred this chicken while it's warm. So watch how easy this is. Instead of just using like a fork to pull it apart, watch. You can see it is shredding this chicken perfectly. So I'm gonna finish this up and I'll be back. And then if you've got any chunks that just didn't get shredded, you can definitely pull it by hand. But this just makes it go so much faster. It is a little messy, as you can see. It kind of got everywhere, but it's easy to clean up. It's just chicken. There's no sauce or anything, so it's not too bad. Now that we have all of our ingredients, we're just gonna give this a nice mix to make sure that dressing coats everything. I'm gonna serve this on some whole grain bread. You could definitely serve this on like a tortilla to make a wrap. You could eat it just like this as a salad. There's so many options for chicken salad, and it's one of my absolute favorites, and it comes together really quickly. The only time consuming part is just getting that chicken shredded. If you don't want to do the Crockpot method, you can always just cook up some chicken and then throw it in the food processor or like a blender, and it will shred it just the same, and it's a lot quicker. So we're just gonna scoop some onto our bread here, assemble our sandwich, and then I like to cut it in half. All right, let's give our sandwich a taste test. It's so good. The mustard really makes this. So I'm gonna go enjoy lunch. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and head over to my channel to subscribe for more content like this. And I hope to see you again very soon. Thanks guys, bye.